By the way, Congresswoman Maxine Waters gave you mad propers, Mildred, when she was here at the trials.
She was very.
I was homegirls. I was like, go, Mildred.
She legitimized me.
Hey, I ain't mad at her, but I tell you one thing, she called it out over there, and all of the affiliations that she highlighted, we should not be confused by these recent attacks that Trump is doing, because it's nothing but a distraction to get the people's attention off of his involvement and Russia's involvement in the presidential election. And so we should not be fooled. We should not be bamboozled. We should keep our eyes on the investigative process and demand transparency from this presidential leadership.
Okay, that's Democratic speak. And all that means to me is you don't have enough votes to do anything. What Trump has already done is impact the legal process in America for decades to come, when Gorsuch won nomination to be a Supreme Court justice.
Oh, yeah.
That's been the single
And
most...
they changed the rules.
Of course they did. They're in charge. Maxine Waters and the rest of the Democrats can gripe and give us all the hip analysis they want. We can stand up and clap, but the reality is the Democrats control nothing in Washington.
But they can't stand idly by and not say anything.
Oh, no, you gotta raise that. You gotta raise that.
Say, we need the Maxine Waters of the world.
Oh, I love her.
To stand on principle and keep telling the story of what's happening now, so that we never ever forget.
Right.
This is one of this is one of the smoothest PR moves I've seen in a very long time.
It is.
In terms of what Donald Trump is doing.
The guy is a master at it. I mean, he's president.
That's what he specializes
when he entered the race, he was what 2%? A laughing stock?
Would you please stop taking us back to that?
But we have to go back to go forward, because the one thing we have going, though, is the fact that Richard Nixon was once at the same level, and the Democrats kept bringing the information. But one day he was run out of Washington.
These guys are so brilliant. One of them was on comparing Ronald Reagan and the Patco strike to the crisis we're in. That's just how brilliant they are. Pierre, go ahead with your comment, please.
You know, I wanted to also say, how y'all doing this morning? I wanted to say, all that is a decoy to take off of the main topic, which is, as they stated, 75% of Americans, all they're focused on is Donald Trump's income taxes return. And it seems like he and his people are trying to do everything else to keep the focus off of that topic. Now, you think about it, Syria, how long have they been killing their people over there? Years. Obama didn't do anything. Bush didn't do anything. So why all of a sudden Donald Trump wants to do something? It's all a decoy. Because it's a distraction to keep the people off the main focus.
I agree with you. You're absolutely right. It's nothing but a distraction. It's a red herring. Some of my black Republican friends, when I posted that on Facebook, said so. It's not wrong to throw acid and chemicals on children. Yes, it's absolutely wrong. But he didn't all of a sudden get a heart. Number 45 doesn't have a heart. He's very opportunistic. His only specialty is marketing. He does that very well. And so he's using this as an opportunity to take the spotlight off of not only his taxes, because obviously a number of people thought it was okay to vote for him without the transparency that they've demanded from other leadership, but also the Russia's involvement. And so if you did not see Maxine Waters, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, statement about all of the connections that's been made by number 45, please look at YouTube, look at it, and educate yourselves. And that's not just for you, sir, but for the entire listening audience. Sometimes we are so fooled by what we see across the television tube that we don't use critical thinking and connect the dots and understand what's really going on.
Absolutely. She's right, Mildred. The state rep is right. But understand something else, too. It's not his taxes. It's not Russia that will do Donald Trump in. It's when he messes with everyone's health care, Obamacare. I'm trying to tell you, that's the Achilles heel of the Trump administration right now. You see all the heck that those congressmen are catching and those Republican congressmen are catching.